the words that I wield, debates like thunder cracking open their shields, actions louder than the poison you spill. From bitter hatred to standing with me still, you built the flames, hoping I'd fall and burn. But every attack just makes this fire return. No crown, no mercy, just truth in the fight. I gather the real ones under these battle lights. Mirror you shatter, but can't look away. I own my darkness, this is my domain. Keep hating me, for the truth I scream, for the truth I scream. Through infinite realms I burn, tearing through your dream. I bear my soul, no mask, no lies. I walk through the fire and claim the skies. Keep hating, no mask, no lies. I rise.
His name is Boondocks Twisted. From anime realms he has risen, a comet of questionable taste, a legend in questionable waste. The maidens all blush and they scold, yet secretly bookmark his hold. While gentlemen grind teeth and curse, he grins wider, more cultured, of course. His ego's a zeppelin impossibly vast, his coin purse a tragic historical past. His stomach's been empty since Thursday at noon, but hunger's no match for this glorious tune. He dives headfirst into chaos, laughing like Lucifer's favorite niece. Waifu in retina, merch on his wish list. Boondocks Twisted, the patron saint of please. Just a little more lewdness, oh please. He spotlights the stupid, he roasts every fool with zero remorse and a gleam so cruel. The mortals look on in bewildered dismay while he pirouettes through their dismay. Boondocks, Boondocks, Twisted delight, king of degeneracy, prince of the night.
With every Isekai arc burned in his mind, he ranks waifus by tier and by behind.
Number one's got the thighs, number two's got the stare, number three's just the vibe when she's wearing no underwear. The virtuous gasp, the pious recoil, he answers with cackles and popcorn and oil. My heart is a dojin, my soul is R18, my gospel is simple, Mo is supreme. He dives headfirst into chaos, screaming plot armor's overrated, you fools, panties for banners and thighs for his throne. Boondocks Twisted, he'll never leave home. He spotlights the stupid, he frames every clown, then winks at the camera and doubles it down. The world calls him pervert, degenerate scum. He bows like a diva. Thank you, I've come. watching and culture is thick, and Boondocks Twisted is clinically sick. He dives headfirst into chaos, laughing and leering and licking his lips. Waifu in 4K morality dead. Boondocks Twisted still lives in your head. Boondocks, man of culture supreme, ruler of thirst, emperor of meme. The spotlight is his and the shame is for thee. All hail the incorrigible Boondocks Twisted. Next episode, Wend!
Yo, what's up, guys? It's your boy, Boondocks 87. I hope everybody is doing well. As you can see, I'm in a shark onesie and in a chibi mode. That's because it is Shark Week, alright? You don't like it, eat it. Don't care. We have a Nux video for you guys today. Yes. Got lots of stuff to talk about, lots of stuff to go over. So we're gonna go ahead and get into it.
Is schmoving along. Mr. President immediately announced that his plan was to run for a third term.
That's right, guys. Donald Trump says he's running for a third term. Trump 2028. Yeah, boy. He would have my vote. By the way, this isn't serious. If you think this is serious, you're dumb. You're straight up an idiot, alright? He knows he can't run for a third term. Let's be honest here. He knows he can't do it. But my goodness, was this a troll? This was the troll of the century. That's my president.
Well, thank you very much, everybody. It's a special place, and I am here to announce my candidacy.
I'm here to announce my candidacy. I'm running for a third term. Trump 2028.
There he is. That's our president.
Yes, it is, Nux. Yes, that is our president. Yes, it is. I fucking love it. Ah, yes. God, I love it. Troll the leftists, Mr. President. Troll them. Troll them with all your being. Troll them with all your heart, sir, because this is glorious. I love it. Thank you for this great moment. I love it, love it, love it. This is even going to be a thing on Kick, guys. My Kick title today is going to be absolutely epic, because it's going to be a troll stream. Yes, we're doing news and politics, but the title will be the most epic troll of all, because you know people are going to believe it. In fact, they already have. The leftists have started freaking out, talking about, oh, Trump's going against the Constitution. He's only kidding, guys. Seriously, learn to take a joke.
Bro really wanted to win a fourth election.
I'm only kidding.
He can win all the elections, Nux. We don't know, but he can win all the elections, my guy.
Yeah, anyway, obviously the media is very unhappy about this joke. This joke made the media write 4,000 articles and piss themselves 12 times. It's pretty good.
Oh, it was great. It was absolutely great. Nux is right, guys. Yes, the left absolutely lost their minds. Like, when they heard about this. Like, seriously, guys, they don't know how to take a joke at all. They really don't. Joke? What's that? Huh? It's incredible. But again, it also goes to show how dumb they are, and they will literally believe just about anything, which makes me think, I think there's been brainwashing going on.
Anyway, in regards to the overall W that's happening in Iran, a lot of people crying that Iranians are dying, but unfortunately...
Well, don't worry, Nux. Other people are crying, but I'm not, because I think killing terrorists are based. Yeah, Yeah, that's right. I think we should wipe out the IRGC and the Ayatollah. Sure do.
Killing terrorists is great, actually. From this point forward, anytime the Islamic Republic of Iran shoots at a ship in the Strait of Hormuz, whether it be by missile, rocket, drone, or any other device or weapon, the United States will bomb and destroy one bridge or power plant, including those located next to or in the capital city of Tehran. Thank you for your attention to this matter.
Let's go, Mr. President. Yes, that's right, guys. Rubio did give a statement not that long ago that and this is the right way to think about it, all right, guys? This is the correct way, all right? The Bible says eye for an eye, correct? Well, Trump did his last name. He trumped that, all right? He said, he looked at God and said, God, I'm taking an eye for a head. That's right, guys. That's right, guys. They take our eyes, we take their head. Yep, 100%. You bomb a ship, we blow up a bridge or a power plant. Sounds fair to me, sounds proportional.
That's my president. That's my president. That's my president, by the way. That guy, that orange guy, that's my president. Truly magnificent work, Mr. President. You show them your big orange balls. That's right, baby. Woo! Now, a lot of people, including like so the leftists that support terrorists are very unhappy about this because this means
Yeah, so you mean the Islamic you mean the how should we put this, guys? I've been saying, mind you, this is not kick, so I kind of have to watch what I say, right? How should we put this? So are you talking about the Islamic Communist Party of America? You know, that party that Zohran Mamdani, AOC, Ilhan Omar, who legit says she knows our history, yet thinks there was 11 world wars. Where the fuck she get that from? I don't know, but you know, haha. But apparently, yeah, there's been 11 world wars, so she knows our history. So you're talking about that party, right, Nux? You're talking about that leftist party, you know, not like there's any normal Democrats left anyways. So we are talking about the Communist Islamic Party, right? Got it.
Life's not supposed to be fair. God works out how we're reading this shit. This leftists in conniptions, goat maxers in panic, cousin maxers losing morons on the right. Like so the
Yeah, we'll start off here because I accidentally pressed a button and it went all the way back. So I do believe this is where we were.
That support terrorists are very unhappy about this because this means terrorists are going to die. And the right, like the morons on the right that are also loving terrorists lately because they hate Trump or whatever, they're also very unhappy of this. Leftists in conniptions, goat maxers in panic, cousin maxers losing their mind. The sand muggles are having the worst time ever reading this shit.
Yes, they are, indeed. Yes, the Sand Muggles are having a horrible time. They're not liking this. They're not liking this whatsoever. But at this point, who cares? Killing terrorists is based, and guess what? I'm tired of Iran killing Americans and threatening my country for 47 years. I think it's been going on for 47 years too long. Let's kill the terrorists, wipe out the IRGC and the Ayatollah. Matter of fact, this is what I think we should do, right? We're already bombing them. We got the blockade back on. We should take Cargill and just because it'll be funny, and we will literally have them. I don't know if I'm gonna get banned for this, but I'm gonna say it anyways. But we will literally have Iran by the balls.
If they could read, they would be having a bad time. But the reality.
Well, they're a bunch of idiots. You know, which they might have some inner family issues because they're all related. Literally related. You know, marry one's cousin and whatnot. So yeah, I imagine if they could read, which they can't because, well, they're idiots and they're illiterate. I imagine they would be having a very bad time. But you also gotta care about the Ayatollah and the terrorists to even really care, right? Which I don't. Let's bomb them.
Simple. Winning is good. and losing is bad. I support winning, actually. I know a lot of people say that it's not fair. Life's not fair.
That's right, guys. Life isn't fair. If life was meant to be fair and easy, it would have came with instructions. Tell me, does anybody have instructions to the way life works? I don't think so, unless you read this wonderful book called the Bible. But yeah, life isn't fair. And a matter of fact, the Bible teaches you that as well. Life isn't fair. Guess what? Suck it up, Buttercup.
Supposed to be fair. God works out how life ends up fair, all right, from his cosmic perspective of the world. From my perspective of the world, life's not supposed to be fair. Fair is we nuke each other. Winning is we nuke them. That's right, baby. Sorry, not getting involved in this fair. It's not fair that we can have nukes and they can't.
Oh yeah, in case you guys didn't know, Nux is demonetized on YouTube, so I'll be leaving a link to both of his channels and this video today.
That's right. It's not fair, and it's awesome anyway. The really nuclear take is, fair is a lie. Fair is what the libtards want to use to control you. It's not.
Like always, guys, if you enjoy the content, remember to give me a sub. Remember to give a like, give the video a like, drop a comment, and remember to hit that noti bell for more videos, right? For more content. And I will also leave his links in the description today.
The poor Somali family doesn't get the right to rape your child. Well, personally, I don't care. Anyway, I'm really glad we were able to have this discussion. So, POTUS had this to say.
Investigation as to how they were killed in Jordan.
No, they're doing that. That'll be released.
There was a report
you know what?
that it was Iran targeting barracks.
I don't know. Well, they're going to pay a big price.
They're gonna pay a big price.
And I'm 100% cool with this. Yes, let's make them pay a big price. 100%. The Ayatollah and the IRGC are a problem, guys. Terrorists around the world are a problem. We have been seeing it. Our countries are getting invaded. Guys, they speak about stolen land, yet they're invading our countries. Let that word sink in. Invading our countries.
Rubio had this to say, and I love it. I love
I
it.
just want some clarification. Do you rule out striking civilian infrastructure?
I think I saw, you know, guys, I saw Arachi, their foreign minister, who the other day say or something about their policies, an eye for an eye. The president's policy is a head for an eye.
That's my
honestly,
president.
that's what it's.
I told you Rubio said it. That's right, guys. Trump's policy is a head for an eye. To where the Ayatollah and the IRGC are like, yeah, eye for an eye. Nah, we're going head for an eye. You know, we got to make sure it's proportional.
They will pay a very heavy price for the things they're doing. They're already paying a very heavy price. You guys don't know it because you don't cover it. You're not in Iran. You're not in the street. They don't have a free media. But they're going to continue to pay a very.
That's right, guys. That's right. All these Islamic backists talk about free speech. I wonder if they know that Iran doesn't have free speech. I wonder if they know that. Yeah, you can't just say whatever you want in Iran. As a matter of fact, you can't even present media any type of way you want. Oh my goodness, no. You do not have freedom of speech. What you do have is police speech, and if you say anything that they don't like, well, they off with your head.
Their industrial base has been decimated. Their defense industrial base has been decimated. They're losing launchers. They're losing radars every single night.
That's right.
They are suffering billions of dollars in damage, and their economy is a disaster. But despite all that, okay, these people who are calling us every day, begging, let's do a deal, they send us messages through other countries, third countries. I mean, they're running out of countries to send. Even I had countries here coming up to me, oh, I just spoke to the Iranians, they want to do a deal. The problem is, every time these people do a deal,
Yeah, they say they want a deal, then they turn around and start attacking their neighbors. Don't know how much of a deal that is, but yeah, guys, did you know that they wanted to do a deal? Did you? Apparently they want to do a deal. But that also includes bombing people and building a nuclear weapon. You know what I think? That's not a deal. You know what I think? Let's just turn the area into glass. Let's bomb them into oblivion.
or after they make it, they want to change the deal.
Real.
So they're probably not ready to do a deal yet, but they will be soon because
That's right. They may not ready to be a deal yet, but they will be soon because, my oh my, they are making no money. Their economy is in the shitter, and they're getting bombed.
Is very high, despite their tough talk and their flowery language and their stupid Lego videos they put out. I've never seen them, but they put these things out on social media. Despite all that bravado, they are suffering tremendously, and they're going to suffer more until they come to their senses. They're not there yet, unfortunately.
Yeah, because the truth is, actually, winning is awesome, all right? Winning is awesome, actually. I made an entire deep dive on Patreon why it's moral to obliterate your enemy. God commands you to obliterate your enemy.
Yeah, whole legit, guys, and I'm about to give you my own hot take, which Nux doesn't agree with, because I've heard him say it dozens of times, and I'm pretty sure he says it this video as well. I'm not going to wait around and have someone attack me. No, even if you make a threat, that is a declaration of war. Since Iran came up and said, we have enough uranium to build 11 nuclear weapons, and we're going to bomb you, that is a declaration of war. Everybody tries saying that this war is unjust. It's not unjust. They declared war on the United States. Once they came up and said, we have enough uranium to make 11 nuclear weapons and we are going to bomb you, that is a declaration of war. You don't sit around and wait for them to actually use the bomb.
We have to let our enemy do anything to them. I'm sorry, that shit's stupid.
And I 100% agree with him here. It's stupid. 100% stupid. Why would you wait around for someone to threaten and legitimately try to take your life and possibly even do it without you fighting back? What if you could prevent that outcome? What if you had the ability to fight back and prevent your own death? Would you do it? Because I would. Guess what? We have the ability to fight back and prevent our own destruction. Yeah. Guess what? I want the president to be bombing the crap out of Iran.
Immoral. It's satanic to fight fair. Fighting fair. I'm sorry. I'm just like so tired of watching the morons be like, it's so unfair. They're dumb.
America isn't interested in a fair fight. We're not interested in a close fight. We will win 100-0 if possible. We're not interested in the close score. We're interested in absolutely owning our enemies.
Why should we kill them? Because they're dumb and gay. We killed. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding, obviously. But it does.
They're putting chemicals in the water to turn the frickin' frogs gay. Turka Muhammad Jihad.
It is efficient. You know, it does make... Okay, anyway, the point that I'm trying to make is a head for an eye, baby. That's the policy. It's not an eye for an eye. It's a head for an eye. Because the concept of an eye for an eye that exists in the Bible is my eye is equal to your eye. That you do damage to me, you get punishment equal to the damage we done. But our eye is not equal to an eye of a terrorist. The terrorists have to die. I know. I made a whole deep dive on Patreon about it, actually. It's pretty awesome. Now, Trump's actually, despite the fact that everyone's making you believe he's the most unpopular guy.
Yeah, whole legit, guys. The leftists will try telling you that Trump is unpopular, right? Well, guess what, guys? They might be a little dumb. Because he's actually the most popular he's ever been. He's actually a quite popular guy right now. Yeah, let that sink in. I think his popularity is up to, like, 80-some% or so. It's wild. People don't like Trump. No, you're getting it wrong. People love the Donald.
He's still the most popular president in his second term almost ever.
Yeah, so here we go. We got some ratings for you, right? All right. At this point in their second term, President Bush was 78 popular. His popularity was at 78%. Obama's popularity was at 76%. Donald Trump's popularity is at 83%. America just seems to love this man.
Own party approval rating about at this point in the second term. We got Trump, we got Obama, we got Bush. Look, they're all fairly popular, but the one who is the most popular, and we have seen this time.
And I can't believe they're actually putting this on CNN. I'm surprised CNN isn't having an absolute meltdown.
timeout, no matter when you look, is Donald John Trump. He's the only one who's over 80%. 83% of Republicans still approve of the job that Donald Trump is doing as president. He still has that magic touch.
But I was told that everyone hates him now.
See if it carries over to...
Yeah, whole legit. I was told that people hate him now and stuff like that, and yet you're telling me he's popular? Somebody's got to be lying. Who's lying? Are the numbers lying, or are people lying? I wonder how that goes. Is it people, or is it the numbers? My guess is it's not the numbers. But yeah, guys, like, they will whole legit try and tell you that Trump is unpopular. Well, now just show them this video. Be like, no. Trump has a popularity rating of 83%. America loves this man. And to where, yes, there are many things Trump has done that I absolutely agree with and I think are wonderful. There are some things that he's done that I think he can improve on. But nonetheless, overall, I'm happy with Donald Trump.
But we've seen it in primaries this year, Senate primaries, and that's because he is still a very popular man, historically popular when it comes to his own party liking and approving of the job that he's doing. So it was 21st century.
That's really awkward because I was told that everyone hates him now. Wow, that's wild. And this is CNN. Wow. Anyway,
yeah, that got me too. The fact that they actually brought that to CNN. I'm surprised CNN didn't explode from them having a popular Donald Trump poll. I'm whole legit surprised that they didn't lose their minds. I'm sure the left is losing their minds, but then again, they're just dumb.
Something pretty massive has been happening, and I think this is also part of the reason why we're taking it slow when it comes to the complete obliteration of terrorists. All right, just want you to understand. So Donald J. Trump had this to say after meeting with the president of Lebanon, Joseph Aoun, who has done a remarkable job working to transform his country. I am hereby directing my administration to allow all U.S. airline carriers to fly directly to Lebanon, so that Americans can have an easy visit to this beautiful land. Hopefully other countries will do the same. So Lebanon, for those of you that are unaware, was just bombed to shit by Israel because Lebanon is hosting Hezbollah, a terrorist organization that's killed hundreds of our people.
Now, yes, this is true. Lebanon is housing a terrorist organization. I do believe it is Hamas. But also, keep this in mind, Lebanon doesn't want them there. Alright? They very much want Hamas gone. To where they definitely should have taken it. But at this point, maybe they can't. Maybe that's why they need Israel. But yes, Israel has been bombing Lebanon to kill terrorists. Not Lebanese people, but to kill terrorists. You know, the Hamas terrorists that are in southern Lebanon.
Exterminating the Christian community in Lebanon, right? Lebanon used to be a Christian majority country, not anymore, obviously. Yeah, that's what happens in every single Muslim country.
Yeah, they also want to talk. They're killing the Lebanese people. Well, what about your Hamas terrorists killing Christians? Because guess what? Those are Lebanese people too. So what about them? Yeah, that's actually a good point, Nux. Yeah, what about the Christians that Hamas is fucking killing? If you're so worried about human life and about Israel killing civilians, well, Hamas is killing Christian civilians. So Israel is trying to kill terrorists, and Hamas is trying to kill Christian Lebanese citizens. Which one's worse? An accidental collateral damage of war, or someone purposely killing someone in cold blood?
That happens, and they're also bombing Israelis, and it turns out they bombed the Hezbollah terrorists. Iran was basically saying, oh, how could you do this against Lebanon? The UN came together to condemn Israel, condemning Israel. How dare you kill the
Yeah, well, the UN's cooked. They've been overrun by terrorists.
Lebanon. But you know who seems to be very cool with all of this? The government of Lebanon. The government of Lebanon is making deals with Israel and with America now for the first time ever, which is pretty insane. Brother Bane, thanks for the 25 gifted subs. It's insane to see this, by the way. It seems like everything is going our way, actually. I know it doesn't seem that way, but you know,
If we left today, it would take them decades to.
And that headline is actually correct, too. Honestly, they haven't seen anything yet. We've been nice. And leftist, that can go for you as well. Us conservatives, you haven't seen anything yet. We've been being nice.
And I don't believe they could ever rebuild. And honestly, they haven't seen anything yet. We've been nice. We've been nice.
We've been very nice. They've seen nothing yet. Now, Iran is targeting Amazon data centers in Bahrain because they're terrorists and bombing civilian infrastructure because they're terrorists.
Yep, I was going to say, guess what, guys? That Amazon facility, that is a civilian-ran company. So guess what, guys? Iran just bombed civilians. Yet the left won't say a freaking word about it. They'll be absolutely silent, won't care. Yet, here's your proof. Iran is killing citizens. So what makes you think that Hamas isn't doing the same thing since they are a Iran proxy terrorist organization?
Do silence from the UN. That's because the UN is controlled by homosexuals, Islamists, and Chinese people. I hope you understand. Anyway, Kuwait says Iran attacked and damaged their desalination facilities and power stations. Desalination facilities are how they make the water drinkable. By the way, for those of you that are unaware, this is a war crime. Not that war crimes are real. Not that international law is a real thing. International law is fake and gay, which is absolutely true. However, important to note, nothing from the UN. UN has nothing to say about this one. The International Criminal Court.
Nope, I bet you they don't. I bet you they don't. To where they'll condemn Israel for bombing Lebanon because, you know, civilians. When Iran kills civilians, nope, we're going to stay quiet because, well, we are cucked by terrorists. Europe is totally been overran by terrorists. Straight up, yep. The Europe and the UN are cooked. So at this point, you know what kind of stance they have? You know what kind of point they prove? You know what kind of words they should be... They shouldn't be saying anything. They should shut up. You are ran by terrorists. You no longer have a voice.
I have nothing to say. You see, this is why I don't believe in fair. Fair is gay. Fair is how libtards control you. Fair is stupid. All right, I don't believe in fair. I believe in winning. I'm sorry. I know. It's not a nice thing to say. Now, winning by your own moral standard, absolutely. But for some reason, war crimes are only war crimes when America does it or when Israel does it. All right, war crimes aren't war crimes when terrorists do it because...
Nux. It's never a war crime the first time.
Shit's rigged. So I'm not going to sit here and make believe that it needs to be fair. All right. It needs to be.
You know, there's an old saying. All's fair in love and war. You know what that means? It means killing terrorists and bombing them into an oblivion during war is fair. Us making sure they can't fight back is fair. Us making this a one-sided devastation is fair. Us completely wiping the IRGC and the Ayatollah off the face of the earth is fair.
Because the UN is their boys, and the UN wants the terrorists to fucking win. That's why new President Trump has rejected Iran's call for a ceasefire. No, it's diabolical, please. But I was told he was losing. The war. Anyway, the Donald had this to say. A year ago, the United States of America attacked very powerfully the Houthis for their interference at commerce and trade, shooting at their ships. Now, currently, for those of you that need context, the Houthis, I've been keeping an eye on this whole thing. I feel like I'm the only one that's actually covering this properly, I'm not going to lie. Anyway, so for those of you that are unaware, the Houthis are trying to bomb Saudi Arabia's shipping.
Well, to be fair, Nux, I'm trying to cover it correctly, just there's a lot to go over. You know, just a lot to report on, right? But yes, guys, even I am trying to give you everything correctly. The Houthis are a problem. They are a terrorist organization, and they should be dealt with just like the Ayatollah and Hamas, right? I see no difference.
Iran wants basically to make the Strait of Hormuz the only, feasible way to transfer oil through the Middle East. All right, so they got their Houthi proxies, the Yemeni morons, to bomb those guys. All right, now understand what the Houthis are. They're child rapists. Anyway, so this is what Trump had to say.
Well, wait a minute, Nux. Ain't that every terrorist organization? Ain't that kind of like in their culture?
And during our conflict with Iran, they have acted very responsibly. Unfortunately, now they are starting up again, shooting at 2 Saudi Arabian ships last night. Please let this truth serve to represent that if they do this again, oh God, this is so much better than you could possibly imagine. The U.S. will hold Iran responsible. He's so good. He's so good. It's crazy. Oh.
Yeah, that's great. That's awesome, actually. Yes. If the Houthis wants to attack someone, all right. We're holding Iran responsible. Which, you know what that means? We bomb Iran.
That's right. That's right. We don't care about the Houthis. Those ragtag pirates, they don't do shit. But every time they shoot a boat, we're going to blow up Iran. And that the Houthis are a surrogate proxy of Iran. A major military punishment will be inflicted upon Iran and, of course, the Houthis themselves. Of course, obviously. Well, I'm very disappointed in what they have until now acted very professionally and smart. Thank you for your attention to this matter.
Yeah, and that's exactly the approach we should take. We should attack the Houthis for simply committing a terrorist act. And we should attack Iran for having a terrorist proxy of, one of their terrorist proxies commit acts of terrorism. Guess what, guys? Yeah, your proxy attacks someone, you're just as responsible as they are.
And the level of geo-dominance that is happening here. China's buying our oil. Venezuela is no longer a threat. Cuba's collapsing. Iran is cooked. All of Iran's proxies. Hamas is decimated in Gaza. Hezbollah decimated in Lebanon. Lebanon is directly making a deal with us and with Israel. The Houthis completely and utterly cucked. They can't even bomb Saudi Arabia anymore. All right, it's just miserable. It's miserable. Holy crap. Now, the new UK Prime Minister recognized the error of Keir Stalin. Andy.
Oh, this is epic. This is epic. Andy Birmingham, who is the guy who replaced Keir Starmer, allows U.S. forces to use British bases to attack Iran. He's realized the error of his predecessor and was like, no, Mr. President, you can use the bases. You can attack Iran. Yes, Andy Birmingham. Look at that, guys. Allowing the president access to the bases in Britain. Based. A good thing he realized the error of his ways. And by the way, you got a whole lot more error of Keir Starmer's ways that you need to fix because your country's ready to throw a civil war.
Allows U.S. forces to use British bases to attack Iran. Oh my God. And Donald keeps tweeting. So he made a civil nuclear deal with Saudi Arabia. All right, literally just a flex on the Shiites in Iran. He's making a deal with the Sunnis in Saudi Arabia.
Now, in case you guys don't know, my stance for most of the Middle East having nuclear anything is negative, all right? I don't trust any of them. But I'm willing to trust Saudi Arabia way over Iran. I will trust Saudi Arabia with nuclear power before I would Iran, ever. Iran don't need nuclear anything. I'm cool if Saudi Arabia has nuclear power plants for energy.
There will be no enrichment of material being made between the United States Department of Energy and Saudi Arabia, which pertains only to non-military use, such as the ones that Iran and the UAE and others already have, will be approved, but it is totally subject to Saudi Arabia joining the very respected and successful Abraham Accords. The United States is not opposed to civil, non-enriched nuclear facilities. Thank you for attention to this matter. So, Donald Trump...
Yeah, and in all honesty, we shouldn't be either. We shouldn't be into non-military, civil nuclear facilities, right? Because, well, nuclear power is a good source of power, right? and it stops us from using our fossil fuels, which there's only a limited supply of. So yeah, I'm willing to allow Saudi Arabia to have nuclear power plants for energy. I'm not willing to let Iran have them, though. In fact, I think we need to bomb them. Wanna know why? Because Iran's been shown that they can't be trusted with nuclear anything.
Giving the Saudis nuclear energy, all right, which, by the way, we would just sell to them. We don't lose anything by this happening, but not.
Yeah, I was going to say, yeah, we would just sell them nuclear energy. At this point, I wouldn't be against that either, because, well, then it puts us in control. But, again, I trust Saudi Arabia way more than I trust Iran.
So they can actually make some sort of weapon out of it. I love how Donald Trump is just like, I know they're our allies, but they worship Allah. We can't give them nukes. I mean, I'm sorry. Anyway, so he's like, sorry, bro, it's not gonna happen, homies. But you could have the energy. That would be cool. So he gives them the energy as a trade for. I'm sure they're gonna pay for it. And
yeah, and again, I trust Saudi Arabia with nuclear power facilities, right? For non-military use, means no enriched uranium. Iran already proved that they are going to not obey us and enriched uranium, which, by the way, for those of you that don't know, Iran had 60% enriched uranium. You need 2% enriched uranium for civilian use. In other words, for your nuclear power plants to work, you only need 2% enriched uranium. So they were very much on the verge of building nuclear weapons. Saudi Arabia, I believe, aren't going to do that. Like we straight up told them, can't have nukes. Can't trust you because you praise Allah, right? Totally understandable. But you can enrich uranium to 2% for nuclear power for civilian use, sure. And again, I will allow this because I trust Saudi Arabia more than I trust Iran. If Iran wants nuclear power for its civilians, the United States of America must run those power plants. No exceptions.
To join the Abraham Accords. Insanely powerful deal that's going on between, Saudi Arabia now, Egypt, United Arab Emirates, Israel. All these guys are basically kind of working with us in regards to our global stranglehold on the world. All right, this is what winning looks like. It's insane to see. Now, Hassan is crashing out, obviously, because he doesn't like that Saudi Arabia is becoming friends with America because he hates America. Says, letting Saudi Arabia...
Alrighty, we have a prime idiot on display here. Of course he thinks that we're going to let Saudi Arabia have nukes. No, that's not what's going on, Hassan. See, you're just retarded. That's not what's happening here. Alright? We are just letting them have civilian use nuclear power. We're not letting them build nukes, you moron.
As long as they formally recognize Israel without Palestinian statehood. Bro, what the fuck are we doing here? No one gives a shit about Palestinian statehood. Oh my god, what are we even doing? Like, literally.
I see you mentioned 9/11 here, Hassan. You have no room to mention 9/11 at all. Because you have stated, and I quote, America deserved 9/11. Unquote. You have no right to speak about this whatsoever, Hassan. You're not American. As a matter of fact, you need to get the fuck out of my country.
Doing here? This is like the only thing he cares about is terrorists. It's crazy. Anyway, 25 years after 9/11 is wild. Hassan is angry at Saudi Arabia, an ally of ours that was fighting with us shoulder to shoulder in a war. He's mad at them for 9/11 when he himself supports 9/11. Oh my god.
Yep, that's why I just said Nux. He has no right to speak on 9/11 because he straight up stated, and I quote again, America deserved 9/11, unquote. That's exactly what Hassan Piker said. So why is he still in my country?
This cult is too busy yelling at Zoran for being a Muslim. No, they're not upset at him for being a Muslim. They're upset at him for being a terrorist sympathizer and a communist. Just like...
Yeah, it has nothing about him being a Muslim, no. It has everything to do with him being a terrorist and a communist. And you can say socialist all you want, blah, blah, blah. You're a communist.
For being a terrorist sympathizer and a communist. Saudi Arabia is an ally of ours. No one cares about giving them non-enriched uranium. Like, these people are...
Yeah, why would I care about giving them non-enriched uranium? Why would I care about they want nuclear power for civilian use? I'm not going to care about that. Want to know why? Because them having that is not a threat to me. Iran enriching uranium to 60% to build nuclear weapons is a threat to me.
Like, actually crazy. Anyway, Rubio had this to say. Oy vey, can you use a new cash money by pilled? Well, yeah, you can play a game demonetized on YouTube. I literally get paid.
Things are compliance-based, right?
For it. I get paid for free. You get paid for free. Doesn't get any more Jewish than that. Your support is incredibly appreciated and honestly necessary. Back to the video.
Well, look, all these things are compliance-based, right? I mean, if you make a deal, if you sign on to an agreement and then you violate the agreement's no longer valid. That doesn't mean you can't have a future agreement, but ultimately that future agreement will have to be judged on whether or not you're complying with the conditions. And that deal called for the opening of the straits, free and fair navigation. In fact, they were supposed to put out a statement to that regard a week and a half ago. And instead, on the day they were supposed to put out that statement, instead of doing that, they targeted and blew up or hit a ship. So we remain open to diplomacy. We remain open to working it out in a negotiated way. But right now, they don't seem to be serious.
Well, Marcus Rubius, I'm glad you are willing to, but I'm not. Let's just bomb them. You can't negotiate with a death cult.
And so we're going to continue to protect shipping. We think other countries should join us in that endeavor. We don't need them to, but they should, because they're more impacted by it than we are. And at the same time, we are going to, when the opportunity presents itself, degrade their ability to target global shipping. Well, look, all these things are compliance-based, right?
Unaware, Rubio, the entire time, in my opinion, my analysis is Rubio was against the deal the whole time. Okay?
And I agree with this too, yes. I think Rubio's been against the deal the entire time. And as he should be. I feel like Rubio is more on mine and Nux's stance. Let's just bomb them. Let's wipe them out. Let's wipe out the Ayatollah and IRGC.
Was being made, Rubio was sitting back and just being like, oh, yes, deal, yes. Terrorists, Muslims. Yes.
Yes, the deal. Yes, terrorists, Muslims, death cult. Yep, sure, yep, we can try and negotiate. Yep. Know what I say? Bomb them. We're never going to... Whatever happened to the stance that America had, we do not negotiate with terrorists.
Yes. And then the deal fell apart. Rubio's back in the spotlight. We're gonna kill those bastards. We're gonna put their heads on pikes, ladies.
Little Marcus Rubius, first of his name. Yeah, that's right, guys. Marcus Rubio is by far the GOAT. He's been the GOAT this entire time. By far, Rubio is a favorite. And especially for me for presidency. I think he has the best views and ideas in mind for America, and he wants the best for her citizens, which would include me and you guys, right? And not only that, but I think he's learning about Trump's global stuff that he's been able to pull off, because that's also been beneficial for the United States of America, right? So Rubio is by far the GOAT in all this. But, again, I also agree with Nux. I don't think he's been for the deal. I think he's been for killing the terrorists, which I 100% back and support.
This is why Rubio is the main character of the next arc of America, for those of you unaware. Marcus Rubius follows my stance of killing terrorists is awesome, actually. Now, listen.
See, so right now, you got 3 people. Hold it on screen, because I'm going to count myself in this, too, okay? You got me. You got Nux, and you got Marcus Rubio, that are all in favor of killing terrorists. And by far, yeah, you shouldn't negotiate with the death cult. They kill their own civilians. What makes you think they care about you? No, see, we need to go back to the stance that we do not negotiate with terrorists. But what we will do is kill terrorists.
Demonetized, sad, unhappy, YouTube is kicking my ass. Life is shit, but I'm out here making videos every day for the love of the game. We're killing, as long as we are, as America, is killing terrorists, I will be making content. Okay.
Yep, 100%, guys. Just like Nux stated. As long as America is killing terrorists, you're gonna get content, guys.
Hear me! This is my passion and my glory! Anyway, the point is, it's very fun to watch terrorists die. Oh no, Nux, but what about the innocent? Yeah, well, there shouldn't have been terrorists, I guess. What do you want me to say? Anywho, so Trump had this to say about Iran.
Extinguished.
No, Nux. No. You know what did you say to them? Maybe they shouldn't have started a war with a world superpower. And the #1 world superpower at that.
But I believe that by doing what we did, by terminating Iran, who's
God, I love it. America has made America #1 world superpower again. Love it. Thank you, Mr. President. Now let's kill the terrorists. Let's not try and negotiate with them. Let's just kill them. Go back to the stance that we will not negotiate with terrorists. It's time to wipe out the IRGC.
people leaving that country. You saw the number of protesters that they killed, 52,000 plus. I put a couple of them up.
Yes, 100%, guys. As I just stated, they kill their own civilians that protest against them. What makes you think they're going to care about you? And yes, leftards, I'm talking about you. Yeah, you transgender furry. They're not going to care about you. What they will do is they'll throw you off a freaking roof. Because that's what they believe. They believe that all your libtard, mumbo-jumbo, insight, values, views, and all that, they don't believe in it. They 100% find it to be an abomination against Allah. And, well, guess what? They're gonna send you to hell. Because Allah told them to. So again, the fact that they can kill 52,000 plus of their own civilians that protested against this regime, that is a oppressive regime, what makes you think they're gonna care about your transgender furry butt?
Kids, they kill them like they're candy. It's crazy what they do.
Yeah, they're actually terrorists. They're actually really bad, and they're terrorists, and we need to kill them. Oh well. Now listen, I'm not someone that advocates for starting wars. I'm not someone that advocates for getting into wars, but I am advocating for once we start the war, we need to win. All right, so, and I want to do that with things as few...
Well, to be fair, Nux, I'm not much pro-war either, but I think this war was, needed to be started. Needs to be finished by us, for sure. Because Iran has been a problem for the United States for 47 years too long, and I don't like to negotiate with terrorists. Matter of fact, I would like to wipe the terrorists out. Because they're a threat not only to Western civilization, but to the world.
As possible, one American life is a world of Islamic terrorists, okay? And I would, to protect one American, drop a fucking nuke on him. I'm not...
Well, thank you, Nux. I appreciate you feel that way. I feel loved as a fellow American. Thank you, Nux.
But I am saying I would consider, I take it back. I take it back. We need to kill terrorists. So they need to die. Anyway, so Pickaxe Mountain is one of their major areas where they are planning.
And don't worry, brother. If they ever tried coming after your blue Jewish ass, I'm right there with you, brother. I'll drop a nuke on them for you. Because not only do I support Israel and the Jews, but Nux is an American. And I'll give my life for him.
Sitting there and enriching uranium. They're like, we're just going to make it in a secret mountain. We have a nuclear mountain. We're going to be building shit in the mountain. And it's not going to happen.
They may have, we don't have it on record. All we do is read the fake news. We see the news is so wrong so many times. So, maybe this one they have right, but it's okay. It doesn't mean anything unless they have the material. You're talking about the centrifuges. Yeah, it doesn't mean anything unless they have the material. They don't have. We follow the material. That's where the action is, and we'll be hitting that area probably pretty soon. And there's not a thing they can do about it.
Yeah, Pickaxe Mountain.
We'll be hitting Pickaxe Mountain. You know what they can do about it? Absolutely nothing. There's not a thing they can do. And he's right, guys. What are they about to do? What Air Force do they have? What means of stopping us do they even have? Our ships are sitting pretty at the end of the strait, blocking off everything. Our aircraft are going overhead without being fired at. Yes, What means do they have to fight against us and to actually stop us? Not a thing. There's not a thing they can do about it.
Known as Pickaxe Valley. Pay no attention to how things evolve there.
Of concern of a blockade of the Red Sea by the Houthi rebels, opening up another front in the war.
This is what happens. So far, it hasn't happened. Might happen, but we take
pro-war. I'm anti-war. I'm pro-winning. I hope that makes sense to you. If you're not 40 IQ, you might catch that. Anyone that says they're anti-war is lying to you. There's no such thing as anti-war. Okay? Anti-war is a way to manipulate dumb people. It's a way to manipulate low IQ people. Everyone's anti-war.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I'm not anti-war. I don't like to start unnecessary wars, but I'm not anti-war because war's necessary. Alright? You have to be able to make and go to war with your enemies, because if you think they're just gonna sit around and let you be, you're wrong.
Wants war to happen. Sometimes war needs to happen. Once it happens, I want to win.
Speaking of that, Nux, you want to know what I think needs to come back? I think we need another crusade, brother. I think it's time that we have another crusade. We need to get rid of these... I about cussed again. We need to get rid of these morons.
Is the correct take. And if you're listening to someone tell you they're anti-war, they're trying to manipulate your empathy centers.
take care of things. If something like that happens, we take care of it. You know, we've done that with the Houthis before, and we haven't heard from them in a while since we did what we did originally. That was about 45 days of very powerful action we took against the Houthis.
That's right.
And we've had no problem with the Houthis. They've had no problem with us for a long period of time, including during this conflict. I think that if there is something like that, we'll just have to take care of business.
Yep. So the reality is everyone is going to get obliterated here if they keep fucking with us. And listen, we gave them ample time to make a deal. We really did. Honestly, we were more benevolent.
Yeah, we gave them more than enough time to have a deal. The time for talks and negotiations are over. The times for bombs to drop is now.
When we gave them that memorandum of understanding, even I was like, "No, listen, man, this shit's not gonna happen. They're not gonna make a deal. They're terrorists. They want us to die because of their holy war, because their holy global."
Yes, if you ask me, it's a waste of time trying to negotiate with these people. They're not going to negotiate. What they are going to do is procrastinate so they can try and build another nuclear weapon. That's exactly what they're going to do. They need to be wiped out.
They want so badly. This is never going to happen. But anyway, and I was right. It didn't happen, and now we're going to obliterate them. But we were benevolent, is what I'm trying to say. Now, this is Trump.
Yeah, they should have taken the deal, because we were being nice trying to give them the deal. Now I think we should show them how the United States really rolls, and just bomb them into an oblivion. Straight up, bomb them into it's time to get rid of the IRGC and Ayatollah.
A reporter who makes believe she understands the war better than he does.
Mr. President, there are no signs that Iran is ready to stop fighting.
By the way, I didn't know that the reporter that was going to ask the question was a woman. I just knew because of what the question was.
What is the plan? Is the plan to just keep bombing until they give up?
There are no signs. Well,
they can keep fighting all they want. Who cares? Yeah, guess what? Our plan is to keep bombing them. Wanna know why? Because they'll either give up or they'll all be obliterated. And I'm cool with either one. See, they're either going to give in to the economic and military pressure that we are legit putting them in, because they're not making any money, they're not moving any of their oil, their Iranian, their citizens are ready to overthrow their own government, which they 100% should. I think the time is now to do this. And it doesn't matter how hard Iran fights. They have literally nothing that can stop us. They can fight all they want. They're screwed.
something that I don't know.
Well, they continue to attack our allies and
You
kill
don't know
Americans.
what the dialogue is behind the scenes, that they want to meet desperately to try and end it because they're getting decimated. You don't get that when you listen to your fake station, but you don't know. You don't know anything.
So talks are
you know
still
something that I don't
possible,
know? Do you know something?
And he's right. We have no idea what goes on behind these doors. We know that Iran is attacking people, but we also know that we are obliterating them. They literally cannot win this fight. They started a fight they could not win. Straight up, it's just like that. Iran is not winning, guys. Even if their little hearts, they can fight until their little heart's content, and they will never win this. We are a world superpower. They're nothing. They don't have a navy. They don't have an air force. They probably barely even have an army anymore. We've wiped out all of their leaders. Their top elite leaders. Gone. Gone. No more. They have drones, missiles, and maybe some bombs. But you have no air force. You have no navy. You have no army. So how are you going to stop us? Because we still have an air force and a navy. In fact, our navy is blocking off the end of the strait and sending back all your ships. And if you don't comply, well, we sink them.
Well, tell us.
I will tell you, they want to desperately meet.
Bro, these bitches need to be removed from the Oval Office. Like, why are they there to just bitch? It's like, hi, my job is to bitch at the president. Wow, that's fantastic. You're really enlightening the world.
And until they're ready to meet in a meaningful way, we have no interest in even.
Mr. President.
Yeah, a light upon the nations, ladies and gentlemen. Anyway, so the Lebanese president, all right, is in total Trump glaze mode. All right, for the record, anyone that does this to Trump is the bottom. Okay, listen, I am the least homosexual news channel on the internet. All right, I have to say it in advance because there's way too much homosexual infiltration when it comes to the media. However, you are about to witness the gayest shit ever, and it's kind of awesome.
Mr. President, it's an honor having you. Thank you very much.
No, thank you.
Thank you
I've
very
been
much.
looking forward to this visit for a long time.
Thank you very much.
Meeting such a great president like yourself.
That's a very nice thing. See, he knows how to get to.
Yes, that's right, sir. Yes, praise my president. Praise him. Kiss them shoes. Yes, good job, sir. Good job, sir.
Hello, it's so nice meeting great president of all time ever. Greatest man, what a
And by the way, that was the Lebanese president. Yeah, guys, that's the Lebanese president. Way to go, Lebanese president. That's right, praise my president. He knows what he's doing. He's trying to protect your country. We know Hamas is an issue.
Than two men having sex with each other. Just want to make that clear. All right, this is how you know the Donald's in control. Everyone that goes into Trump and starts immediately glazing, all right, full on deep-throating that shit, all right, you know that they are completely and utterly cucked. All right, that's how it is. So, Lebanon, ladies and gentlemen, for those of you that are unaware, is coming into the fold. We are having a total stranglehold on all of our enemies, literally all of them. All right, and that includes Iran, it includes China, it includes Hezbollah. All right, it's getting really bad and really hairy for the morons. Now, Hegseth has been dropping absolute bangers.
Something no president's been willing to do. 47 years, they build up a conventional capability like the North Koreans did.
Yes, this is true. No other president besides for Donald Trump has been willing to deal with this issue that Iran's been giving us for 47 years. They should have been dealt with long ago.
North Korea made their way to a bomb. So much weaponry that no one was willing to stand up to them. President Trump was, and it continues to this day. Iran's been given every opportunity to negotiate, to show that they're reasonable on the Strait of Hormuz. But if they're going to shoot at commercial shipping, then we're going to hit them, as the president said.
Dude, I didn't even notice this, but this is him saying, we tried to be nice, we tried to make a deal, they wouldn't even stop bombing ships in the Strait of Hormuz. Look at Vance's face, bro. Look at his face. Oh my, he is not eating. I mean, he's the guy who was pushing the deal, right? He's like,
10 times harder, which every night we're degrading them further and further, and the president has all the options necessary.
Yeah, bro's not happy about that. Listen, man, we all knew I personally...
I mean, it sucks for Vance, but again, dude, you were trying to make a deal with a death cult. It was never going to happen. And you definitely lost popularity points with me because of that, and a few other things.
Personally think that J.D. Vance just wants to make everybody happy and just doesn't understand that Islamic terrorists are
Yeah, I do. I actually agree with Nux here. I think he's trying to make everybody happy, and I'm sorry, JD, but it's impossible. Especially when you have a death cult like the IRGC wanting to attack everybody.
Pats that need to die. You know, that's my opinion. Now, anyway, Nicaragua's president, Daniel Ortega, says the country will no longer hold elections. Communist, by the way, cancels elections.
So, look at that. Nicaragua's president, Mr. Ortega, says that there will no longer be any elections held, eliminating any challenge to his rule. Welcome to what it's like to have a communist dictator. He's just trying to be another Maduro.
Entire country. That's just kind of how it works over there. If you're a communist, you could just do this, and all the left will support you anyway. Notice how Hassan isn't going to criticize this guy for being a fascist. Now, one guy does, though, and that would be Secretary Marcus Rubio's first of his name. The Trump administration and the international community will not stand by as the Murillo Ortega dictatorship deepens repression at home and manufactures instability that threatens U.S. national security. Ortega's pledge to abolish elections in Nicaragua proves his cowardice and fear of the Nicaraguan people's will.
And Rubio absolutely cooked with that. Yes. Yeah, that's exactly what it shows, too. He's scared. He doesn't want to lose the power because, well, he's a dictator. He wants to oppress the people. He wants to be in charge all the time over everything they do. Alright? If you go against him, you probably die, right? Welcome to communism, guys. He's trying to be another Stalin. He's trying to be another Maduro. He's trying to be another, Castro. He's trying to do all this, and I think Rubio's right. We shouldn't stand by as this happens.
Really glad Mr. Secretary Marco Rubio is just on it. Yo, thanks for the 5,000 kicks, Lex Juthor. Fantastic name, fantastic. So anyway, our guy, Pete Hegseth, very proficient at killing terrorists, by the way, I've noticed. He has been recently called in to talk to the people. And let's just say it goes as anyone would expect. So they immediately hire like 10 paid instigators to protest.
The supplemental funding request is not a substitute.
You're against these illegal laws. This is against Iranian people, 90 million people.
Well, bye. You have yourself a good day. Bye. She couldn't even speak proper English. I wonder what country she's from, because she's not from the United States. Get her out. Deport her.
You kill 90 million people. You kill 90 million people. This is like 150 holocausts. Yeah, all right. Anyway, so Secretary Hegseth also just completely shits on these people.
What's the status?
The nuclear sites under Midnight Hammer were obliterated, but Iranians foolishly continue nuclear capabilities, which is why we destroyed their defense industrial base and so many of the other capabilities to nuclear weapons. Here, we're staying laser focused on the objective, and you're trying to make campaign commercials.
No, we're
and
not.
That's fine.
So
objectively.
Yes. Yes. 100% objectively correct. Yes. Hegseth cooked there. Yes. To where he's focused on what the actual issue is. They're trying to make campaign commercials. They're trying to, the whole legit, they are trying to put propaganda out and make us look bad. Alright? This senator is a terrorist supporter, if you ask me. At this point, she should be with Hegseth. Let's kill the terrorists. Let's kill the IRGC. Let's kill the Ayatollah. The world would be better off without them.
Kasparian's auntie in here. No, I'm kidding, obviously. I'm kidding, obviously. But the reality is, they're out here actually trying to create campaign slogans. Like, no war in Iran, it's war. And he's just like, I actually don't care what you say. We're just going to blow up terrorists. Now, Pete Hegseth is destroying everybody. All right, so this guy is calling the U.S. military.
Good, yes, let's see more of that. I like watching dumb leftists get cooked. Absolutely love it. Let's keep it up, because yes, we've been cooking. We've been proving our points. You know what they have? Absolutely nothing. They have talking points. They have propaganda. They don't care. They're just trying to make us look bad so they can have the downfall of our country and Western civilization. And essentially, themselves.
Which, by the way, is literally just a political talking point, because we are objectively winning.
When will you show leadership? When will you show leadership? Why don't you show some leadership and stand up to your fellow Democrats who won't fund the troops, who stand and play partisan politics while you don't give us the money? You want to stand up here and talk about the troops? You won't show any political courage to actually fund our department because you have Trump derangement syndrome.
That's right.
And can't actually commit to anything meaningful. So I put this on you, Senator.
Secretary Hegseth, you have trillions, you have over $1 trillion, you're asking for $1.5 trillion. It's not a question of money, it's a question of leadership and understanding what it takes to actually win.
You don't understand. The Democrats are funding, condoms in Gaza, okay?
Yeah, I was gonna say, what about all this money that just went to, Tim Walz's, transgender, furry, sex ed dolls that he's trying to bring into the school systems that have removable and replaceable genitalia.
Millions of dollars on condoms in Gaza.
To be honest, taxpayer money shouldn't go for that. It should go for the troops. I'd much rather it go towards killing terrorists than a transgender doll that you can remove its genitals from.
It's like, why are you not funding our military?
Political cowardice of Democrats who won't fund the troops.
Yeah, it's almost like the Democrats hate our country and want us to die. But who am I to come to those conclusions? And bro, he just scorched earth destroyed Iran here.
Well, no, Nux, that's exactly it. They want us to die. They want the end of Western civilization. They very much do not care about us. They are looking to destroy us and essentially themselves. But what they don't think, what they don't realize is that, the IRGC and the all buddy with them. No, they're going to be throwing off roofs right along their transgender buddies.
Is at the weakest point militarily it has ever been in the maybe in 47 years as they've gathered.
These dumb leftists will be in the news to the left and to the right of me while I'm looking at them going, you were a bunch of idiots thinking you weren't going to be involved in this. Nope, you'll hang right along with me.
A terror army. And that terror army was built to try to create conventional capability to defend against a pursuit of nuclear weapons, which meant thousands of ballistic missiles, many of which we have destroyed, others of which they have put inside facilities and hidden in underground facilities. And that's what terror regimes would do. So I acknowledge they still have capabilities, no doubt. But the amount of damage that we've done to them over the course of these series of operations has put them in the worst place they've ever been.
Dude, I'm just thinking out loud here, but turns out vilifying America and doing October 7th might have been some of the worst decisions anyone's ever made in the history of geopolitical warfare. Now, he keeps going. He blasts Joe Biden, too. Dude, he was...
Good. At this point, it's actually kind of easy to blast Joe Biden. I'm not gonna be dishonest with you guys. It's easy to blast Biden. Even I do it. But no, he should be cooking these people. Absolutely, yes. Straight up, put them on blast because it's beyond time we do so.
Actual nuke. He was just obliterating everybody.
Rest assured that every dollar appropriated to the Department of War will be focused on building the lethality of our joint force and reinforcing peace through strength. As I have said before, not fully funding this department, the Department of War, and we know what that means, that means $1.5 trillion, given the world that we live in and the disaster of what the Biden administration budgets gave us. Not funding this department at $1.5 trillion, I believe, is the greatest threat that our nation faces. Either we invest in our warriors at this moment of step change on the battlefield and growing threats, or this is all just talk. I look forward to working with this committee to secure those funds so that our warfighters...
Yeah, and I hope you do get the funds, Mr. Hegseth. I really do. Because you're only making my country safe. and her people safe, and I'm so for that. And you have my full support, Mr. Hexeth.
To do their work every day to keep our great republic safe. Thank you very much.
Amen. God bless our troops. God bless our troops. Now, Rokahana.
Yeah, 100%. God bless our troops, and thank you for everyone putting your life on the line and serving. Just know, it means the world to me. It warms my heart knowing that there are fellow Americans out there willing to die just to keep our country safe, and myself safe, in retrospect, right? So yes, thank you for your service.
Make some sort of political spectacle about all this. Christian towns around Bethlehem are surrounded by settlers. No, not the Jewish settlers surrounding the Christian towns of Bethlehem. You see, Rokahana notably loves Christians. I don't know if you're aware. Very big pro-Christian Rokahana over here, criticizing, you know, the Jews for having settlers around Christians.
I'd rather have Jews around me than Muslims. Just saying, I'd rather be surrounded by Jewish people than Islamic frickin' terrorists.
Suspiciously enough.
I'd rather have the Jews around me than a woke liberal retard.
Bethlehem's Christian population has declined by like 75% ever since the Palestinians took over. I feel like this would have been something I would have personally included. How you see 80% of Bethlehem was Christian under Israeli control in 1967. 80% of Bethlehem was Christians under Israeli control in 1995. And then Israel relinquished the control to the Palestinian Authority, and it is currently sitting at 10%. Now, this is very suspicious because...
Yeah, that is very suspicious. How did the Christian population suddenly decline like that? And that's a pretty steady decline, too. Now it's 10%. And it was at 80%. How did it decline so much? I wonder what could have happened. It's almost like as if we were killed off.
Notoriously, it's not like Muslims have genocided Christians in every single country ever. Oh, wait, no, they actually did do that. I'm starting to... No, actually, wait, hold up.
This is whole legit Bethlehem's Christian population from 1967 to 2024. It was at 80%. 80% in 1955. Or maybe that's 95 down there. And then all of a sudden it just dips down. It just dips down. It's almost like as if people are killing Christians around the world or something. I wonder who could be responsible for that.
They did do that, actually. Huh, it's funny. It's funny. I didn't even like think about it that deeply. Yeah, no, actually, they did do that. It's probably not because it's their religion that says they have to kill Jews and Christians or anything. It's probably just like a...
Yeah, no, because I'm sure it's not. It's the Islamic ideology to kill Jews and Christians. No, I'm sure it's just another factor. We dropped off suddenly just by something else. We weren't being killed off by terrorists. No, not at all.
Cases. It's a lot of coincidences. You see, I personally have grown as a man, and on my channel, I no longer would ever insult anyone for an immutable characteristic like a religion or being a genocidal psychopath. I would never, ever, ever do that. Despite the fact that it is true history that every single Muslim majority country has mysteriously seen their Christian population get massacred, I will not mention it due to my acceptance of cultures that want me dead. That's what I'm going to do because I'm a better person now, actually. That's just how it works. Now, Trump is ready for all-out war with Iran. It seems like these motherfuckers are about to find out. And
Trump is ready for all-out war, huh? Well, I'm like you, Nux. I don't agree with the ground invasion, of course. I do not want boots on the ground. I do not want boots on the ground. Absolutely not. Cool with bombing them. Do not want boots on the ground. But at this point, let's hit them like we've never hit them before. Let's bring the rain. Let's show them what the United States is all about. Let them play the FOFO game. Because they're fucking around, now it's time to find out.
Just to remind you all, it's not going to be fair. Because fair is gay. This video is sponsored by you brave heterosexuals out there. because my channels are fully demonetized by YouTube because they have an aversion and allergy to honesty. If you want to support me, I have a Patreon. It's linked in my description, and it is literally my source of income right now. I post exclusive content there like Adventure Time analyses and other things that you request. I am also uploading videos to Rumble, uncensored, and I stream almost every day on Kick. Subscribe so we can surpass Ben Shapiro and become top Jew.
Yes, guys, that's going to do it for us as well. I will put a link to a link in the description to the Nux video and both his channels. Yes, go follow him on kick.com/Nuxanor. Go follow him on Rumble and wherever else he streams. Guys, if you enjoyed the content, give me a sub. Drop a comment. Leave the video a like. Hit that noty bell for more. And we will catch you back here for the next one. This is Boondocks Twisted 87 signing off. Bye.